There are organizations in America so secret it's against their own rules to write down what happens inside. Their members include 14 US presidents, the founders of the CIA, 4 Supreme Court justices, and most of the Forbes 100. Most Americans have never heard of 9 of them. And the one most people have heard of? 3 US presidents have lain inside a coffin in its tomb at Yale University. These are the 10 most secret societies in America. Welcome back to Untold 10. If you're into stories that sound fake but are 100% real, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one. Alright, counting down from 10. Number 10. The Society of the Cincinnati, America's oldest secret society. Founded in 1783, right after the Revolutionary War. Membership has a wild rule. To join, you have to be a direct male line descendant of a Revolutionary War officer who fought against the British. That's it. You can't be famous, you can't be rich, you can't even be a regular soldier's descendant, only an officer's. The society's first president was George Washington himself. The headquarters is a mansion in Washington, D.C. called Anderson House, and inside there's a private library most American historians have never been allowed to see. The society still meets today. There are about 3,500 active members, and every single one of them can trace their bloodline back to a man who fought against King George III. Number 9. The Pilgrims Society. This one's been operating since 1902, and almost no American has ever heard of it. It's an Anglo-American elite society, half British, half American. The membership list is technically public but deliberately incomplete. Past members have included American presidents, members of the British royal family, US Secretaries of State, Bank of England governors, and the heads of Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan. They meet in private clubs in New York and London. The official purpose is to promote Anglo-American friendship. The unofficial purpose? Nobody outside the society will say. What's known is this. For 122 years, this organization has hosted private meetings between American billionaires and British royalty, and no full transcript of what's said inside has ever been released to the public. Number 8. The Cosmos Club in Washington, D.C. From the outside, it looks like just an old private club in a Victorian mansion on Massachusetts Avenue. From the inside, it's produced more Nobel Prize winners than most American universities. The club has had 36 Nobel laureates, 61 Pulitzer Prize winners, and 14 US presidents among its members. Membership is by invitation only. You can't apply. You can't even visit unless a member brings you in. The conversations inside the club's dining rooms are held under what's called Cosmos Club rules, meaning anything said is off the record forever. For nearly 150 years, some of the most influential minds in American science, government, and journalism have shared private thoughts in those rooms, and most of what's been discussed has been lost to history. Number 7. The Knickerbocker Club in New York City. Founded in 1871 on Fifth Avenue. Old money, pure old money. To join, you don't just need wealth, you need lineage. The club was originally created for descendants of the original Dutch settlers of New York. Today, members include Vanderbilts, Roosevelts, Astors, and the heirs of several Forbes 100 fortunes. The dress code is strict. The membership process is opaque. The meetings are completely private. Former members have included 3 US presidents and dozens of US senators. Photography inside is forbidden. Press is forbidden. What's striking is this. In 150 years of operation, almost no member has ever publicly discussed what's said inside, and those who did were quietly removed from the rolls. Number 6. The Group of 30. The name tells you everything you need to know. 30 people. Just 30. They're the heads of the world's most powerful central banks, the chairman of major Wall Street firms, and a handful of former finance ministers. The group meets twice a year in different cities behind closed doors. There's no public agenda. There are no released minutes. Members have included former chairman of the Federal Reserve, the European Central Bank, the Bank of Japan, and Goldman Sachs. Critics call them a financial cabal. The group calls itself a consultative body. What's verified is this. These 30 people collectively oversee more financial assets than the entire economy of most countries on Earth, and what they discuss twice a year shapes how money moves around the world. Number 5. The Trilateral Commission, founded in 1973 by David Rockefeller. The purpose was to bring together private leaders from North America, Western Europe, and Japan, what Rockefeller called the Trilateral world. Today there are about 400 members. The membership list includes former US presidents, Federal Reserve chairmen, CEOs of Fortune 500 companies, and senior figures in the US State Department. Meetings are private and the agenda is closed. The Commission has published policy papers since the 1970s, and some of those papers have ended up shaping US foreign policy almost word for word. The strangest thing about the Trilateral Commission isn't that it exists. It's that almost every American president since Carter has either been a member, hired members, or attended their private meetings. Number 4. Bilderberg. Every year since 1954, around 130 of the most powerful people in the world have flown into a 5-star hotel in some random city for a 4-day meeting that no one is allowed to record. No press, no transcripts, no photographs of the discussions. The attendees include US presidents, former CIA directors, the CEOs of Google, Microsoft, and OpenAI, members of European royal families, and the editors of major newspapers. The official rule is what's called the Chatham House Rule, meaning what's said inside can never be attributed to anyone publicly. Bilderberg meetings have been held in 12 US cities over the years. The US contingent typically includes around 30 of the most powerful Americans alive, and every single year somebody breaks the rule and leaks something, but the full transcript never released. Number 3. The Council on Foreign Relations, founded in 1921, headquartered in a townhouse on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. Membership, around 5,000 people, but the inner circle is much smaller. Here's the part that breaks people's brains. Almost every American Secretary of State for the past 80 years has been a member. Almost every CIA director. Almost every national security advisor. The Council's quarterly journal, Foreign Affairs, is read by every major foreign policy decision maker in the world. Their private meetings are off the record by official rule. They publish policy reports that are often quietly adopted as official US government positions within 12 to 18 months. Whether you think that's good governance or hidden influence depends on your point of view. What's not debatable, they've shaped US foreign policy for nearly a century. Number 2. The Freemasons, America's oldest and largest secret society. Around 1 million active members in the United States today, organized into what are called Grand Lodges in each state. Famous American Masons include George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, Theodore Roosevelt, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Harry Truman, and at least 11 other US presidents. That's 14 presidents total. Masonic symbols appear on the US dollar bill, on the Great Seal of the United States, and on the layout of Washington, D.C.'s street grid. The all-seeing eye, Masonic. The pyramid, Masonic. The phrase Novus Ordo Seclorum, Masonic. Whether any of that is coincidence or by design, Masonic ritual is still secret. Members swear an oath never to reveal certain handshakes, passwords, or initiation ceremonies. The society has existed in America for over 290 years, and what happens inside the lodge has never been fully publicly documented. And finally, number 1, Skull and Bones, the most famous American secret society, founded in 1832 at Yale University, headquartered in a windowless stone building on the Yale campus that members call the Tomb. Every year, 15 Yale seniors are tapped to join. Members for life. The membership list reads like a who's who of American power. 3 US presidents, William Howard Taft, George H.W. Bush, and George W. Bush. Secretaries of State, CIA directors, US senators, and the founders of Time magazine, Pan Am Airlines, and the modern American oil industry. The initiation ritual, documented by ABC News in 2001 through a hidden camera in the tomb. New members are required to lie inside a coffin in front of the older members. They have to share their deepest secrets while inside the coffin. Other ritual details have leaked over the years. Most can't be aired on YouTube. Here's the wildest part. In 2024, declassified Yale archive documents reveal that members of Skull and Bones helped found the CIA's predecessor agency, the OSS, in World War II. And the same tomb where George W. Bush lay in a coffin in the 1960s is still being used for new initiations today. So which one scared you the most? Team Skull and Bones, the Yale tomb where 3 presidents went through a coffin ritual, or Team Bilderberg, the global meeting that's been illegal to record for 70 years? Drop it in the comments. And while you're down there, tell me what hidden American secret I should dig into next. I read every single comment, every one. Subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you.